What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going back to the classics and playing just some Rakdos Aggro, but we're trying some different cards out. This is a little bit of a style that we've seen pop up from time to time. I think I built one like this a little while ago, but maybe around a little while after AFR came out, possibly. Don't really remember. But anyway, we're going to try to see if this works, and it's almost kind of a metagame call. So we're going to see if you can play a Rakdos metagame built deck. So let's get into it. Alright, so no major trickery here. Like I said, we're just trying to do as many things as we can to give us chances in the meta. One of the choices we kind of have to make is, do we care more about the Izzet Epiphany decks, or do we care more about mono green, mono white, right? I think that's kind of the plan. And we're leaning toward mono green, mono white, and then we'll kind of take our chances against the control decks. But to that end, we do actually have some haste creatures and whatnot that at least give us a shot in those fights. So it's not like we're without, just makes things a little more interesting. So here we are playing 4 each of Bloodchief's Thirst and Infernal Grasp. These are going to be our main removal cards for the deck. And even these aren't dead in, say, the Izzet Epiphany matchups, because you can still kill the dragons, whether that's the egg or the actual dragon. And the other thing, remember too, about Infernal Grasp is if they're playing the version that plays Hullbreaker, you can still kill Hullbreaker at instant speed. So maybe they Hullbreaker, try to play a spell, bounce one of your things, and then you kill the Hullbreaker. So that's something else you have on the table too. These can also be used against Leer, which is also important. So they're not going to be dead, but they're not going to be the cards of choice. They're almost late game cards in that matchup. Now we're playing 3 Slaughter Specialists because a 3/3 for 2 is pretty good. Giving your opponent a token's fine if you have ways to kill it anyway. So yeah, we're going to see if it really works out. I think we put this in one deck before. Yeah, because we did try this whenever the last set came out, and it was okay, but we're kind of running it back and see if it works or not. Playing 3 Tainted Adversary just because Death Touch is awesome, and 2/3 is pretty good, so we'll just see if that works out. Bloodthirst Adversary, this one's actually fine because a lot of times just playing it as a 2/2 haste creature is actually reasonable. However, we do actually have all of these spot kill spells that if we draw this late can be very good for us. So don't hate this at all in this list. We're playing Cinderclasm kinda to go to work with our Slaughter Specialist a little bit. But the reality here is we actually really want Cinderclasm against Epiphany decks. Because you normally die on the turns where they're going to copy an Epiphany and then attack with 4 tokens multiple times or whatever. Well, here you can just take that away from them, and then you force them to find another way to kill you. There's also some weird pocket cases too, where you can force your opponent to block with some things, or maybe even against mono green, their bigger creatures block some of your 2/2s or 3/3s. You can finish them off with 2 damage and still get to keep some stuff on your side. So there's a lot of quirky things you can do with this, but not bad. Then we're playing a couple of Graveyard Trespasser. And this is for a couple of reasons. One, we do get to gain a little bit of life back, which is nice. It does also remove key cards from the graveyard. Because again, like I said, we know we're going to have some cards a little weak in those long matchups where you're talking about playing against Blood on the Snow, so they can't get Planeswalkers back, or anything for that matter, or playing against the Izzet Epiphany deck, so they can't get their copy spells, or even anything they might be able to play with Leer. Any of that stuff. So this gives us a few outs to that. And this is actually hard to remove because they have to discard a card to deal with it. Then these 2 cards don't necessarily go together, mind you, the Graveyard Trespasser and the Nighthawk Scavenger. However, they tend to be better in different matchups. And the worst case scenario, it is still a Death Touch creature, so it's not nothing. So yeah, we're running with this. I think it's totally still worth having. And again, if we're worried about mono green, worried about mono white, this is a very good card to have in those fights because the size of their creature doesn't really matter at that point. We are playing Reckless Stormseeker because hasty boys are good in those matchups, so we're going to go with it. Immersturm Predator, very hard to remove. So if you're worried about Doom Scars, burn down the house, all that stuff, this at least gives you a way to do something. Now be aware, it's not great when your opponent's playing a bunch of Divide by Zeros, Fading Hope, stuff like that. But there's really nothing you can do about that. You still got to deal with it. And again, it's helping remove cards from the graveyard that could be problematic down the road. Then again, we talked about having some extra haste creatures, so we have a couple of Goldspan Dragons. We do have 2 Agadeem's Awakening, so we can get stuff back late in the game. And a couple of Orcus, also returning stuff, but Orcus also can remove little blockers, which is a pretty big deal. I think Orcus, again, we've talked about this on other videos, that is a highly underplayed card that is very good, so looking forward to using it in this list. And then our lands, we're playing 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 5 Swamp, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 4 Mountain, 4 Blightstep Pathway, and 4 Haunted Ridge. So lands, I think we're going to be okay for the most part. I think it's just a matter of what type of decks we run into. But we've at least given ourselves chances against everything the different decks do. And that's the thing. We basically built a metagame Rakdos deck. Now it's just a matter of seeing if it's good enough. As always, we'll play the games. We'll talk about how we want to switch things up afterwards, so be sure to get to that part of the video. And yeah, then we'll have a fun card spotlight for you today. This is not great with no kill cards in hand, so that's a little bit frustrating. Boy. I guess we keep it though anyway, right? And just see if we can make it work. Oh, this matchup is not going to be good for this, I don't believe. Especially since we can play this and it can get bounced. Yeah, this is one where we very much need to be on the play or else this just sucks a lot. Kind of hoping they'll just waste a Jurari's Disruption on this. Doubt they will, though. Makes more sense for them to just bounce it so they can get another 1/1. Nope, they're not even doing that. Interesting. Alright, so Expressive Iteration. Maybe their plan is to try to bounce it here? Because they definitely had something during their end step. It's just a matter of what. Well, they're playing a tap land here. So, yeah. I guess we pay the 3. We'll play this. Give itself haste, and we'll attack. I mean, we'll just play all the hasty folks, I guess. And get our damage in while we can. Alright. I expect them to fall. Alright, so we know what's coming next turn. Okay, we got a land. I was sort of wondering what I would do if we got a land here. Because they can Epiphany next turn and something. If it's not Epiphany and it's just... Well, I mean, it's got to be Epiphany. I was going to say nothing else. Well, that's not true. They could play Burn Down the House. That's a real thing. Don't love that, because then I almost feel like we need to draw a land to play the dragon. But if I play this here, we can get in for 3, 6, 10 and put the opponent at 4. So we're just gambling here. I mean, going with what we can. And just saying, hey, if you want to crack your treasure for bounce spells, then so be it. You are welcome to do that. Because if they crack the treasure, that makes life a lot easier on us. Alright, so that's fine. Like, would have been nice to have it, but I am okay with that. Okay, so now if they land Burn Down the House, we still need a land for our dragon. If not, okay, they didn't get it. Cool. Opponent gets to go first again. Alright, I guess we keep it. This isn't the most productive hand. This is a hand where I'm kind of just hoping we run into a creature deck or something here. Unfortunately, that is not going to be the case. Or maybe it is the case. Maybe it's exactly the case. Okay. This is interesting, right? Because if the opponent attacks, they lose a creature. And then we get to grow our Slaughter Specialist. That's not like the worst thing. And then if they play a threat, we could kill both of them. So, I mean, that seems sort of alright. Alright, I'll use that to kill this. Really? Fine. Oh, I played the wrong land. No! Oh, that's a mistake. I meant to grab this pathway. If we lose now, it's my own damn fault. Alright. Well, I should be playing another creature here, unfortunately. Alright. Deluge, sure. Gonna get to put some things in hand here. Man, we do have werewolves that can remove some stuff from the graveyard. Would have been nice to draw one. Alright, so assume they're going to equip this thing up. We're going to take a whole lot of damage here. Going to take 5. Nope, they're just going to kill our creature. Fair enough. Then I feel like... Take this opportunity to play... They do control... Actually, that's a human, not a spirit. So... I guess we go ahead and do this. For 1? And we'll give other creatures -1. We'll lose 1. So this kind of at least forces the opponent to find something here. They're just going to level up. Great. Great, great, great. Let's see. This makes the stuff cost 3. So let's do this first. Okay, path is clear, everybody. Path is clear. This is not a drill. The path is clear. All right. What do we do here? Wow, so we could play this, attack. No, I wouldn't have enough. I'd be a mana short. Orcus still tramples here. Okay. I think we're still willing to attack. And just say, hey, if you want to trade these, you get to trade these. That's fine. If you have another counter, you'll probably get to counter a Nighthawk. Well, we could pay for a Nighthawk, though, actually. Oh, they still don't have a counter. All right, well, okay. I don't know what those other cards are, then. Maybe something that needs more white mana. I have no idea, but they're up against it now. Our opponent just says GG. Hey, we get to go first. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot we can do with this hand. I'm going to keep anyway, though. We're going to have some wishful thinking that we get to run into a creature. Oh, wait, okay, it does look like it's going to be a creature deck. Neat. What do we think the opponent's going to get to do here? Mostly because I'm wondering if Cinderclasm... I'm going to go ahead and attack with this. Mostly because if they play even like... I guess... Okay, not that. But that's fine. And they didn't keep mana open to be able to protect it, so that's good. Let's go ahead and use this to kill that. Sadly, I'm going to go ahead and have to pay 3 for this. So we have access to black mana. And I'm going to attack. Mostly so we can still cast this if we feel we need to. Kill a troll or something. Yeah, exactly. Now, this could get into dangerous territory, but I'm willing to take the gamble. Like, if they can just use all that mana, they can just use all the mana. Is what it is. Well, that makes life not hurt nearly as much. Though, we could have something, I mean, this Nighthawk Scavenger is going to die to a fight spell, possibly. Mammoth, and here comes Blizzard Brawl. No, no Blizzard Brawl. Maybe tap Sentinel? No. Interesting. What does it all mean? I mean, does this mean we can't use a grasp? I mean, do I need to Cinderclasm? Nah, that's just a bad move. That's trying too hard. I don't want to do that. I guess we just attack for 2. And if they want to block it, they can block it. This could, if they have a Blizzard Brawl, like, encourage them to try to fight and kill it, and maybe we can try to respond with an Infernal Grasp. I mean, we'll see. I mean, all they have is creatures in the graveyard, so that's a little tough. Alright, we knew a Blizzard Brawl was an option. Let's see if they've got it. Snakeskin Veil? Ah, they had it. Yep. Well, we knew that was an option. Nothing we could do about it. Now it's just, can we somehow win this race? I don't know that we can. But we're going to have to try our best. I think this has to chump to just leave us at least in the discussion for winning the race. And we're going to have that fight the Nighthawk. Feels like they're setting up an inscription here or something. Yeah. Makes sense. Alright, well, we're in trouble. Yep, that's not going to do it. We're dead. Unfortunately, this is a mulligan. This is much better. And we will probably scrap Orcus. Not necessarily. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. If this is a Luminarch Aspirant, there's an Infernal Grasp waiting there for it. That is not it. Armory Veteran? What the hell? Opponent going hard on the menace? I mean, on the equipment? Is that what's about to go down? Oh, well, we ain't even gonna think about letting that happen. That is a real problem. That is a big fat no sir. Alright. I don't even remember seeing that card. Like, that's a case where I genuinely forgot that was a Magic card. Like, not even joking. Like, not the least bit exaggerating. Like, for real, forgot that was a Magic card. I'm just gonna pass. Let this flip, and then wait for the opponent to try to equip. Because the opponent's gonna try to equip. What's the downside to that? Ward 1? Yeah, that's fine. That's what I thought. Yeah. Thought there was something else like discard a card or whatever, but yeah, I'll pay. Alrighty. Let's do it. This we like. Let's get rid of both of those. You can have haste, friend. Let's go. Submit 0. You got 3 cards, opponent. What you want to do? Alright. Now here he does get to block here, unfortunately. Though, can't really block profitably on either one of these. And I can play this to get extra damage in. That does not allow us to kill Nahiri, so we're just going to go with this. And then I think here the plan is just have the Stormseeker or Stormcharge Slasher pump itself. So Nahiri doesn't get a proper block here if they want. Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter. They'd have to kill off the adversary. Yeah. I mean, GG's, I guess. I mean, you still have 2 mana and 2 cards, opponent. I don't know what you're up to. That it? Okay. Yeah, we'll keep, I suppose. Not a lot we're gonna do with this. I mean, if this is just the Monoblack snow control deck, we're not gonna do much anyway. So let's go ahead and just get in there. What are we foretelling here? Oh, whatever it was. Let's see, you want to kill this? Yeah, it's a poison the cup. Man, I really want to be petty and keep the opponent from scrying because they're stuck on land, but I'm not. That's such a bad play. Oh, they left them both on top. They must be lands for sure. Wish that was a swamp instead of a mountain. We'd have been able to at least play the scavengers, which would have been nice. Phew, get to get rid of something. Probably going to be Emberstorm Predator. That's going to be the hardest thing for them to deal with. Yeah. Like anything else seems like fair game here. Alright, I'm just playing this so I can just speed up the clock and kind of force the opponent to do something here, because I assume they're trying to get to like Meat Hook or some such. And we're stuck on lands, and that's probably another... needed a black land. Yep. Oh. I was thinking that was going to be another poison the cup. Alright, well. For creatures die, they die. I mean, you would kill the Tainted Adversary here, right? Because the Meat Hook Masker would be easier with just 4 mana. Unless, I guess, maybe their plans just play Loth next turn anyway? Oh, they're going to flunk. Alright. Sure. Nothing. Is this all a ploy for some reason? Because this hand is not good. Alright, there's the other poison in the cup. We shouldn't even be in this game right now, honestly. The only benefit we have is that if they can blood on the snow, they don't have anything to go get. But the fact that we're doing nothing with these cards is so sad right now. Okay, that dies. Here comes Planeswalkers. Yep. Alright, need an untap land.
Really want to fight me? That's cute.
And this is where we're at.
There's got to be something useful.
That's brutal. Even if one of these was black, we could at least use Bloodchief's Thirst. Man, that sucks. Alright. Well, it's not over, but it's not looking good. Yep. And I have to assume this is not going to fly.
I have impeccable study habits.
Yeah, too little too late, I think. I mean, I guess we go ahead and do this. Know that they can Blood on the Snow to get it back, but then at least they're tapped out, and we can try to come after it with the Goldspan Dragon. It's kind of like the only things we can do here. I mean, this can be targeted and killed. Well aware. Ah, dang it. Alright. The opponent's not quite low enough that we can attack them with the creature land here. You don't have a way to kill that? It must be just Blood on the Snow then. That must be what they're working toward. Yeah. No, just a Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. Oh, that's an interesting card here. That's an interesting card to have. Alright, so we could 1, 2, 3, 4 activate and then play this. That's something. They could still block one. Alright, let's try it. We're not doing anything else, right? And they didn't have anything to kill our creature last turn? Did you draw something? Okay, they did. Alright, that's fair. Are they just sitting on a billion kill cards? Is that their game plan here? Well, you know we have this, opponent. You can see this card. So why are we doing this? I thought that maybe they just wanted to sacrifice it to draw cards or something. Thought that's what we were working on there. I was obviously wrong. No, Arena. I would like to do it like this. Why were you going to tap my Den of the Bugbear, yo? Give it self-haste. Okay. Put the opponent down to 2. Only thing they can get back with the Blood on the Snow is Liliana or Professor Onyx. So if they find a kill card here, they can stay alive. We need another Reckless Stormseeker is what we need. Oh, wait. They just gave us the card we needed. Nice. And they tapped out. So we would have been able to do it either way. Yep. Oh, boy. Weird hand. We'll keep it. Though it's all black cards, but we have all black land. So maybe we draw red lands before we get the red spells. And it's not awful, considering we got 2 Blood Chief's Thirst. However, if this is not a creature deck, this is going to be a really sad hand. Okay, let's see how this goes. I mean, obviously, we're just going to play the Specialist on 2. If they've got a bounce spell or something, so be it. Okay. And then you bounce this. And then you get access to another 1/1? No, they did not. Okay, then. Also, regulars that are fans of Bakura would be happy to know he is snuggling on my feet right now. Okay, what do we got going on here, opponent? Smoldering Egg. Well, there's a thing we can kill, let me tell you. I would love to kill a Smoldering Egg. Like, beyond rational logic, want to kill it. And if you don't have the bounce spell now, we'll see if you find it. And we're just on the Monoblack Aggro plan, I guess. Opponent currently just has a creature in their yard, so this is a 2/3. However, as soon as they play their next creature kill or counter or whatever, divide by 0, this gets bigger. Alright, so another Smoldering Egg. Which we know they're not interested in blocking the 5/5. So come on. Yep. And then we'll play this. And at least add some pressure to the clock. And unfortunately, we still did not find a red land. However, if we find one now, it does open up some possibilities for playing an Immersturm Predator, possibly being able to blank a Fading Hope if they find one. But we'll see. There's still a ways to go in this match. Alright, I found more mana. Not a total surprise when you're looking at 3 extra cards. Okay. So, I think we just go with this. I don't think they have a Drar's Disruption, because I feel like they would have played that already as a land. But maybe they do? Okay, there's the Fading Hope. So they do get credit for that, unfortunately. We will attack. And end the turn. Now, this does mean if they have something like, let's say, Memory Deluge, they will be able to flip the Smoldering Egg. If it's just Divide by 0, they won't. If it's Divide by 0 and Fading Hope, they can. So there's some combinations of things here. Jacob, that lets you tap and draw a card. Okay, that's not something we're concerned about, which means they probably have a Fading Hope. Okay. So if they Fading Hope, that's just 6. So they can't get to 7. So I think our plan is just go ahead and play this. Because if they deal with this, that means they're taking lethal in the air. Unless they have something that shoots a creature and bounces a creature, maybe, with the red land and blue land. We'll go ahead and play one of these. And we'll target it right at that Smoldering Egg. Also, the adversary has haste, so this Jacob character is going to be blocking, to say the least. Just going to spite kill a land. Okay, opponent. Wait for drawing this out, buddy. Alright, you're going to bounce a thing? I mean, now I get it. If you were going to do that and still have a Fading Hope in hand, that makes sense to stay alive here. So it looks like they do. Alright, I think we're okay with that. Jacob has the block, obviously. Alright. So with 6 mana, what do they do here? Burn down the house? Leader. Hey, it keeps you alive. That's something. You ain't dead. Let's see. Opponent has it. You only have 2 things you can play. You do have to block here. We could take advantage of a Cinderclasm. 1, 2, 3. We only have 6 mana, though. So I feel like we want to do this first. Then attack, then Cinderclasm. Or even if we just attack. They bounce this. They block. We Cinderclasm. Then we just replay this, and that's still lethal by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because everything is like combinations of 7 or 8 mana, so that's not really going to be good for us. But we need Lear to die here, so we need Lear to block. So yeah, I think we do it. And I think I want to replay Scavenger. Mostly because if they do have a Hullbreaker, Hullbreaker costs 7 and can't block a flyer. That's where my logic is on this one. Okay, so that gets bounced. We can't protect the adversary, so it's just going to die. Then I'm going to... No, I can't play that. I want to, but we can't. As much fun as that play would be, it's just the wrong one. Yeah. I want to do something else. We just can't. Would have been nice, but having that be a 4/4, 5/5 technically doesn't get us past a Hullbreaker if that was there. And if they land Epiphany here, okay, they didn't have any of those. Cool. We have to mulligan this. This is not great either, but I guess we have to keep it? I don't know. Great. You get a Bloodthirst adversary. Oh, why did I not play that? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. Is this some type of Monoblack zombies action? I guess we go ahead and do this. There's probably a world where we're going to get to use this later if we're patient. Hopefully we draw something else we can use, though. In the meantime. Skyclave Shade. Alright. That does not qualify. Opponent knows what we have here. Alright. $17. Ooh, Soren. That's going to be a problem.
Out of my way. I have a way. You will serve me well.
That does not help us, does it? Alright. I'm going to assume they have a kill card of some type here. Or they're going to find one. Oh yeah, we did. We're very dead. Especially since they know our whole hand here. I mean, what are we going to do? Alright. I mean, I guess this is the play. I mean, if you have 2 kill spells, you got 2 kill spells? I mean, like, I mean, we're only at 12, so we're close to dying ourselves, honestly. Alright, so you're going to block and shoot one. Fair enough. I think we can live with that. I mean, that's kind of the best we could hope for here, all things considered.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
I mean, just attack us with everything, opponent. I'm only at 12. What's with the super conservative actions here? Oh, I guess because you don't have a way to protect Soren. That is interesting to know, honestly. So if we attack, You can attack us back for 7? If they target the dragon, we would get another treasure, but that still doesn't help us. Huh. Alright, I guess we do it. At least we have a blocker to keep the Faceless Haven at home, maybe. Man, I don't know that to be true, but it's something. They are not even making a token here. That's gotta be bad for us. Like, I can't imagine that's good at all. Yep. Blood on the Snow makes sense. Nah, we got nothing. Ooh, we get to go first with a pretty interesting hand. So let's keep this and see how this develops. I think, though, we're just going to get in with the Bloodthirsty Adversary here. And just kind of put the pressure on the opponent. Just say, hey, if you got something, you got something. Excellent. Guess this has to be on black. We could play this, still play this the following turn. Playing this isn't bad, because it's worth more damage off the rip. Alright. Plus, if they don't play anything, it turns into a 4/4. So, it forces their hand a little bit to take an action, and if they target it, they have to discard a card, so... It's got some good things in this matchup going for it. To get another white land, they'd be able to Epiphany us, and that would suck. I mean, not Epiphany, but Doomscar. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do this. Get rid of those 1/1s. Oh, so they did find a Fading Hope, right? Because there was a pause there. Yep, so maybe that is not a Doomscar, because I would assume you would take it here. We'll remove some cards from the opponent's yard, though, for sure. Just to give them less to use with Lear or something down the road. Okay, we're foretelling more things. Well, if they don't play something here, we do get to turn this into a 4/4. Which could be a real problem for them. Alright, they're letting it flip. Maybe they don't have the second white land. Maybe that is actually what we think it is. They just don't have the land currently. Which I think that's the case. Alright. This is obviously just going to be a 1/2 or 1/3, but I think it's fine. Yep. Okay, so saw it coming. Great. We don't even care that that got countered. That was the weakest of anything we had options of. Okay. Oh, I was going to say maybe that's another saw it coming. However, does not appear to be the case. But with it being night, let's get the damage in there we can get. Let's hope we draw land next turn. Alright, we have the opponent at 4. We need to draw an untapped land for this Goldspan Dragon once our creatures get swept here. Alright, there's the Doomscar. Hopefully that's not... Oh, no! Oh, no! We don't have anything in the yard worth playing, right? Just Cinderclasm? Sure. Alright, we'll try to get in with this. Alright, haste creature for 2 damage. Is that enough? Could be an Epiphany turn. If so, we do get to Cinderclasm away the 1/1 birds. They're going to divide by 0 our Deuter. Okay, sure. Not ideal, but also not the worst thing. Exactly. They go to 4. But that leaves them tapped out with a white land. They can't do anything with 1 white that I know of. Oh, they do gain a life. They go to 5. That's true. I forgot about that because they changed it today. Not cool. Not cool. So if we think that's an Epiphany, I think the plan is attack for 4 still. And then just try to cast the Cinderclasm. Since this will sacrifice for 2. And then hopefully that's enough. Or at least buys us time. I mean, they'll get a free turn, obviously. Alright, resolve the Epiphany. I would like to kill some birds, thank you. Now that said, they might Epiphany again this turn. And then we have to hope we can resolve a Bloodthirsty adversary as we try to play the other Cinderclasm. Does the dragon get there? Maybe. Alright, they're going to try to draw their way out of it here. Thing is, though, if they kill our dragon, we do also have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Yeah. Okay. So, odd as it is, we didn't run into all that many mono-white aggro decks. I don't know where they went. I don't even... Actually, did we even play one tonight? I think we played something that had white in it. I don't remember actually playing in a white aggro deck. Huh. I don't know what the hell happened. That's such a weird situation, because you would assume we would run into them, but that definitely wasn't it. I'll also tell you, I had a very long game against an Izzet Epiphany deck that did not make the cut for the video because it was like a 30-minute game, which is ridiculous. But it involved my opponent having a bunch of devious cover-ups or whatever. But we did end up losing that one because we drew blanks for like 3 turns in a row at the end. But it was a close game and we had a bunch of outs, just didn't happen. We did manage to beat a couple of the other ones, so it did do well in the matchups I actually thought it was going to be worse in, which is kind of funny. So maybe the deck's actually better than we think because we didn't even face the deck we were kind of built to beat. So yeah, make of that what you will. But I think the deck's actually fun. If you already have all the parts, go for it. It'd actually be worth it. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Ruk Egg. Mostly because I just wanted to bring it up because it's the original egg, and I played against a few Izzet Epiphany decks today that are playing Smoldering Egg, and I thought, why not? This is from way back in Arabian Nights, and it was just the original, hey, a creature dies, you get a 4/4 flying dragon. And the interesting thing is, this is probably the easiest one of all of them to use, because it just has to go to the graveyard, and it's only an 0/3, so you either chump block something big, or you sacrifice it, or hell, lightning bolt your own thing, so you get a 4/4 dragon. But yeah, and the funny thing is, we didn't even play this card all that much. Times have changed. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links for our Facebook gaming streams. And if you want to just come check out my Facebook gaming page, links down there. We keep some other stuff over there too if you want to check that out. You can always come by the Discord as well, or catch me over on Twitch, or just streaming here on YouTube. So fun stuff, all types of content everywhere. Also, don't forget, if you haven't joined the memberships, please do, because with Alchemy coming up, I'm going to have some polls, and the group's going to get to vote. Y'all are going to get to decide what the content's going to be, and you might even get your stuff featured here on the channel. Otherwise, remember, like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.